What is going on to you Geminis out here? So you have the King of Cups, the Queen of Cups, and you Geminis have the Knight of Wands. So King and Queen of Cups are the same suit, right? Um, so what I'm saying here is, to piggyback off of what I was talking about last time, you and said person don't necessarily get along. There's a sense of, you Geminis having a real issue with them because you and this person don't get along. You want one thing, they want something else. And what you want is to live your life to the fullest, to see how far you can go, to experience, to open the mind, to gain wisdom, knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. They don't want any of that. They don't want what you want. I'm not saying that they don't want any of it at all. I'm not going to say all of that, right? Go back on that. But they're not going to go to the extent that you Geminis are willing to go for. And because of it, the Knight of Wands, you and said person that you have gotten to know or I should say that you have known, because it's a person that you already do know. The two of you have decided to actually part ways, and it's mutual, because this person has let you know straight up now that they're not going to be doing this. And you Geminis are like, okay, well, you're not going to just sit there forever and a day twiddling your thumbs, not living your life, not doing anything. No, you're actually going to go out here and do your thing. And that doesn't necessarily mean I'm talking about cheating, right? I'm talking about existing. I'm talking about living your life. I'm talking about it from a perspective of like opening said minds. By the way of experience, books, opening up your mind in the sense of like also having a better social background, right? People that you choose to hang out with. You are the people who you hang around. Birds of a feather flock together. So you Geminis understand that if you're going to be doing better for yourselves, the quality of the people, this is part of the reason why they say birds of a feather flock together, is because you need to have similar value systems. And number two, if those people would even accept you, and that you need to have a value system that is similar to theirs, because they won't accept you if your value system is not what their value system is. So the Queen of Swords and the Four of Swords right here represents, and because of that, right, this right here represents how you realize yet again that you're going to have to let some people go. Let me explain some of you Geminis. There's going to be some people that you're going to meet on this path that you're on, and that you're going to like them. But you're going to realize that they're not multifaceted. And what I mean when I say that, I mean, there's a lot of people here, like for instance, there's a lot of people here on YouTube, right? And you can tell that they put so much effort into this one thing, and they do it well. I'm not going to sit here and talk trash. They do it well, but you could also tell that they're not very skilled in other areas. So this is what I mean when I said, and I don't say it much, but it's like the Wizard of Oz analogy, right? With the yellow brick road. People can only bring you but so far. After you have reached how far they can bring you, they will not go any further. Same thing with the whole Nipsey Hussle situation, right? Not everybody can go. Not everybody is gonna buckle down to create a skill. Not everybody has skills. The skills that they have, they're skilled in dysfunctionality and debauchery. For them to actually find out their skill, they would have to gain value, gain a skill. So now the Ten of Swords and the Four of Swords right here represents, and you Geminis are just not going for someone. You just don't have the space in your life anymore for people who are like that. You know, the people that want to call you every day and talk trash and all this stuff can't do that. You know, I stopped hanging out with everybody from my hood because of that. I stopped hanging. They, you know what I'm saying? They know I'm not coming outside. I'm not hanging out outside. I come outside, handle my business, right? And I go where it is that I need to go, and I come right back up into my residence. That's it. There's no hanging out. I'm not friends with a lot of them, and there's no amount of hanging out with them and spending a day is gonna hang. You know what I'm saying? Me seeing you around and passing is enough quality time. You know, because you know what I'm saying? Like, how would I even hang out with them? You understand what I'm saying? So, and it's the same thing for you. You Geminis have outgrown these individuals that just wants you to stick around and hang out. That's all they want to do all the time. It's like, no, a relationship has to be upwardly mobile too. You know what I'm saying? Because that's supposed to be the natural progression. It has nothing to do with the talking points today. This has everything to do with just life. How you gonna be alive? And you mean to tell me that you're not learning? Some people live a life and they get so good at one thing, they don't become good, like I said, in other areas. They don't learn anything else but this. And they don't know how to relate that to other things in their life, to apply it here, here, and here. So when you only have someone who is stagnant like that, and so the Queen of Pentacles represents this person really wishes that you wouldn't leave, but you Geminis got to. Spiritually, you're advancing. You know, spirituality is an individualistic gain. It benefits other people, but it only benefits other people under the condition that you benefit yourself first and foremost. No exceptions. You know, this is what I'm talking about with the selfishness the correct way. There's selfishness that people have because they are coming from a place of fear, uncertainty, and doubt, and they're scared because of that. And then there is selfishness from a perspective of they understand to not agree to do anything that is out of the perspective of what they can even do, and then they needlessly put themselves in harm's way or in danger, whether it's financially or physically, or you know, they runs them into exhaustion, or they agree to do certain things, you know what I'm saying, that they know that they can't do. So stuff like that. And the thing is that the Knight of Swords and the Two of Wands right here is about how, like I said, this person still cares about you, but the Knight of Swords and the Two of Wands, you have other people that you will meet in your life. You know, other people are starting to take notice as you associate yourself with them. And the Five of Wands and the Ten of Cups is about, and again, Five of Wands represents them being upset, right? The competition. You know, they don't want you to leave. They're upset about the fact that you left. But the Ten of Cups represents they have to essentially develop a better value system in order to stay around, to keep up. Otherwise, they're not going to last a very long time. They're not going to. All right, let's clarify the Ten of Cups. To clarify the Ten of Cups, we have the Three of Wands, the Devil, the Moon, the Chariot, and then you have the Seven of Swords. So, Three of Wands, the Devil, bright future. But that also, the Devil card pops up because you have new priorities, you also have to adjust to your new lifestyle. And that adjusting is going to be difficult for a little while. The moon and the chariot, both of these represent the crabs, right? But you have to be patient with yourself and don't quit. Don't stop. Don't start thinking that because things are difficult that you're going down the wrong path. Sometimes things are difficult because you're doing the right thing and you're going down the right path. But it's difficult because new levels, new devils. You'll go up to a certain level and you'll get better. And every time you get better, you have a new obstacle. Not sometimes immediately, sometimes not necessarily immediately, but you'll have a new problem to solve. So now you got to figure that out. You know what I mean? And look at it like a game in that regard. Don't play games with other people, but look at the problems that is being thrown at you like a game. And the Seven of Swords represents how, and you know, you're going to hear from these exes. You're going to hear from them. Not as much, but you'll hear from them. You know, they'll still kind of reach out, or maybe you'll see them around, but you're not going to see them around for a very long time. You'll only see them around, I'll say, about once, twice, 3, 4, 5 times. And then as time go on, you'll see them around less and less until they don't even come around anymore. Why? Because you Geminis are on to doing something better, something that you were supposed to do, that it took you a little bit of time because you took a detour. And that's one thing how it is that I know that you're definitely going on the correct path, built for you, because that was my story. That's how it is. You usually are lost before you found. You when it comes to understanding, you usually come into this world, and usually people are not divinely preparing you. They're not preparing you. You know what I'm saying? Training you to be worldly, training you to know how to exist and everything, right? How to survive, and not just survive, but thrive. You come into this knowledge from being lost, from not understanding what's actually going on, but being frustrated at the fact that you can't change it at the current level that you're at. So what you do is you go searching for a spiritual answer instead of only a physical one. And then you now go down this whole rabbit hole where you realize things about yourself. And from that point is when you begin to rise, because now you start to really pay attention. What is the value? You start looking at value. You start looking at it like, what is the value in hanging around outside overnight with a bunch of knuckleheads standing around on a corner? Nah, you know what I mean? So that's it. Other than that, you Geminis are definitely on the right path. And like I said before, you know, it is going to be difficult at first, because you have disconnected yourself from your homies, your social circle. But birds of a feather flock together, and you Geminis can't afford to hang out with people that aren't really going to go anywhere in life, because I'm telling you, you're going to hear from them in the next 10 years. You may see them around in the next 10 years if you go back to your old neighborhood and stuff like this, or wherever you are. You may see them around, and they probably are not doing better than the way that they were, or they're doing worse. Trying to make my YouTube channel grow to 100,000 subs. I'm at 14,359 subscribers. Smash the subscribe button, smash the like button, hit the notification bell, set that notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop my videos.